Good morning. Well, lots of us have been using takeout, right? You get it to your door and then you throw all of that plastic or styrofoam away. Well, there's a new pilot program in Oceanside showing you how to use reusable items and helping out some local restaurants. We'll tell you how it all works. Coming up live on Fox 5.
A local restaurant shares its tips on the most creative and inexpensive ways to start a plant-based diet. Heather Lake is live in Oceanside this morning to explain. Heather.
Good morning. Yeah, so we're at the plot. We talked a little bit in the last hour how to use the craziest things from like the stalks to your broccoli to the banana peels and be able to use everything so we waste a little bit less. We're all at home trying to figure out how to cook at home. And we're also doing a lot of takeout. I'm sure you've done it. You probably have styrofoam, plastic, whatever it comes in, and then you just trash it. Well, there's a partnership happening here in Oceanside to do something different. So I bring in Jessica Bell to the conversation so that we can talk about this. So you are with Reusables. This is really interesting. You guys just did a delivery yesterday. We have some photos to show. Basically, we've all been trying to feed our frontline workers, and you guys are starting something new where you team up with a restaurant and you put them in containers that don't have to be thrown away. So talk a little bit about what you just did yesterday.
Yeah, that's correct. It was a really exciting time for us to look at how we can be a solution to a global problem. So Reusables looked at some of the systemic issues that we face here in San Diego with the need for food and feeding frontline workers in our local community, restaurants being at in a really difficult place with not having the patrons and the foot traffic that they normally would. So we wanted to bridge all of those gaps, bring those people together and feed our frontline workers without the waste.
Yeah, so this is the container that they all would take home yesterday, right?
That's correct.
And so the plot put a beautiful meal inside that we saw those photos of. They get to keep this one.
Correct.
But in the future, you guys have bigger ideas, which is maybe when we're doing all of the meals provided from the food banks to the schools and to kids, that they would have this container that they could bring right back and take again. You think about all of the food banks and the supplies and the things that are going out and the takeout that we're all getting, and it's all just filling a landfill. So
Absolutely.
This might be the newest thing. I know you guys are still in the works though, right?
We're just testing it out, and this was a great opportunity for us to learn and figure out what's missing, what is the consumer sentiment, especially with the times that we're in around safety. And we're so pleased because there's been more and more evidence from health experts that this is a safe option and reuse is a safe way for us to move forward.
What are you using here?
So the base is a stainless steel, so it's a food grade stainless steel and food grade silicone.
Okay,
so
easy to clean.
Materials, easy to clean, and really it's about safety and protecting our food from the toxic chemicals that are in plastic and styrofoam, as well as the pollution that comes after it's disposed.
Cool, I love it. It's like a big environmental help, like all the way around, full circle.
Yep.
Okay, so this is the simple one. You have one that's really cool. I know kids aren't necessarily going back to school, but maybe you're packing up and going to the beach a little bit more these days, or maybe science class is at a park, right? And so you bring this. Can you explain this one and how it works? The top is actually a cutting board?
Yep. So everything has multiple uses. So this is all individually bakeware. So you can bake in each of these containers.
Oh, cool.
They're also food storage. So each of these individual containers has their own lid. So you can use it as food storage, pantry storage, grab a quick snack to go. And then it also comes together in a leak-proof bento style lunchbox. So all of these pieces become convertible, in any way you can frame it up, and then the leak-proof lid goes on top. This frame comes off, so you can see that this is the same base as we used with the meal donation.
Do you mind me asking how much that one is?
So this retails all 13 pieces. This comes in a 13-piece set. It retails at $125.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's pricey. But when you think about how much we're using as far as Ziploc bags and sandwich bags, 1 year's worth of Ziploc bags is the equivalent of one reusable system like this.
That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, gosh, now I feel guilty. I'm like, I have Ziploc bags at home. I use plastic Tupperware, and then I've been chucking it because none of the things match again. So maybe this would help out a family like mine.
I have Ziploc bags too.
Yeah.
But I choose how I use them. You know, it's if I can continue using them, I'm not going to send them to school with my kids where they can just chuck them. It's going to be used for things over the long period of time.
You know what? It's those little baby steps too, and if we can all do our part. I know we've seen the masks now in the ocean and all the plastics in the ocean, so it's like baby steps, one step at a time. And I love how you guys are figuring out how to reuse these and give them to our frontline workers. It's all still happening, right? We're all still working in our hospitals, and those were just given to Scripps and Sanitas yesterday, so I'm sure they were very grateful for that, and it looked like they got got a really good meal.
Yeah,
So thank
absolutely.
you so much. Again, it's called Revessel, and we're at the plot in Oceanside. They're doing some cool stuff and teaming up to make sure you eat your fruits and veggies. All right, I'll send it back to you in the studio for now.
Eat your fruits and veggies. They're so good for you. Oh, Heather, thank you.